Welcome to another episode of Saint Vincent Untold Stories. I remember we did an episode with the missing purpose from the Georgetown police station in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Well, one of the youths made a stunning confession and proved untold stories are correct. And we are going to give you more updates about what is going on in St. Vincent and the Grenadines at this current time. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon. And I tell you, this episode is going to be one that shows you untold stories is right on the truth. Let me just give you a small recap so you can remember what we are talking about. I did an episode about some missing popos from the police station in Georgetown. The police conducted an investigation and they arrested three young men. But remember, at Untold Stories, we told you that we knew the young men and the era where the young men were from. And we told you those pawpaws was not stolen to commit any offense. Those were stolen because of extreme poverty. Two of the young men alleged of moving the pawpaw are unemployed. And the other is a young police officer. How much money does a police officer make in St. Vincent when they are on probation? Tell us, please. We had seen that young officer on several occasions being put to work. And what they call it, foot patrol, sometimes directing the traffic. And because he was so small, there were men trying to take advantage of him. In St. Vincent, we have youths leaving school every day with no other alternative. Some are leaving by free will, or some are being thrown out. If you are lucky and your family knows the bigger man, well, getting unemployment is no problem. Because we have seen poor sons that are dropped out of the primary schools and their family knows the bigger man. But their salaries are even high like the salaries of some teachers. But if you know somebody who just knows the bigger man, then you have to settle for some road work twice per year. So the allegations are that Avi have a child already and he's expecting three children by January this year. Tell me something. Can a 7 or 10 days road walk feed three kids? Even four? Diamonds is a village that have many fruit trees and plenty man up there used to plant a banana back in the days. You see places like Greg's, Lomans and Diamonds. They plant plenty Dashin, Tanyas and Edos, but there are no factories so that the youths can get work. So when the farmers plant the goods and they reap them, the traffickers come and buy them and they ship them straight to foreign. So there is no jobs for the youths. The youths could have been working in the factories, peeling the stuff, putting them into cans and so forth, squeezing the juices, getting them into bottles and boxes, getting them ready to export. You think that the big men in St. Vincent don't know about things like these? You think they want the people to be independent? No, they want to keep them begging. They want them to always come up in their office. So when you keep them begging, they always remember the last thing you did for them. So the technique is support me. And your 14 days is sure next year. Not even considering how many days and months are in that year. The allegations are that the police conducted a search and Avi was found in possession of some of the missing tools. To be honest with you, that's one of the quickest crimes that we've seen being solved in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Remember, the man them take the thing them from the police station. That look bad on the officers, you know. The allegations are that the entire station was transferred, but that is not true. Because we saw that they still had some officers from before employed there. CID went out looking. The Black Squad went out looking. Remember me telling on previous episode that when the CID comes looking, that means that it will not be easy for you. In all honesty, Avi did not say if they put hands on him or not. But we know how it goes here. But it could be they didn't have to hit him because he knew the seriousness of it. So he confessed it on the spot. The officers have a way of making you tremble. You see, when they say that this thing can land you behind bars for 50 years. So you remember when you was in those parties when DJ Taros and Donovan would say, police estimate 20,000 people inside the dance. And sometime around the 5,000 people there. That's how the police operate. As they might say, you would have to give us a confession right away. So you won't get the maximum 50 years. You might get a 10. And Avi might say in his mind, boy, but I take the 10. As they said that Avi was so frightened that the man even gave up to Popo that did not come from the Georgetown police station. The man said, officer, me no way to them, me no way to them. At untold stories, remember we always speak about rehabilitation. And I want to big up the magistrate on this one because she reconsidered. She looked at the young man's age. She looked at the fact that he made an early plea and the fact that he even gave up 2 more. He was charged on all of the matters that he pled guilty for. But the sentences are to run concurrently. So it boiled down to 2 years and 8 months. So instead of doing the sentences one after the other, he will do them at the same time. There are youths that completed the college and are home unemployed. There are youths with university degrees unemployed as well. So you can't say that Avi is lazy. Probably the guy searching for a job and can't get one. Too much of blocking is going on in St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the big man. We know persons that have money that are afraid to invest because they are not party card holders. And they believe that when they invest their monies, they would get so much pull down from the big man that they would have to close up shop. Look at what he did to Otto Sam. Look at what he did to Bigger Bigs. Look at what he did to that teacher sending officers on the woman's job. Just imagine that Nemo is giving out the food supplies and the men are still breaking into people's shop. Why is that? Because of the way the things are being distributed. One-sided. You see, right now they are playing smart. They are calling persons, but they aren't giving anything because they are calling to say that they called. But I know persons who received up to 5 or 6 calls and did not even receive a box from them. You see, the allegations are that a certain man has an outside child different than his wife, and he built a house, give that lady with taxes monies, and she's normally shouting, keep them in poverty, while youths like Avi can't get job and is suffering. If you build a house for your side chick, those monies should come from your pockets to provide a shelter for her. We are not informants, but there should be an organization set up to deal with matters like those. Once you take funds and use funds that does not belong to you, then you should go The big man is listening to untold stories every day, and I want to ask him this question. Since we spoke about the factories, have you reached out to any one of your friends in Cuba, Venezuela, Korea, and so forth? Taiwan and China, especially. They are in our waters. The motto right now is let us put our resources in cans and start exporting them. With that being said, we just want to big up the entire population in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the regional islands, and the international countries who are supporting and praying for us during these difficult times. We thank you.